Hello, welcome to the Colourful Creativity podcast. My name is Kralalien and this is episode 168. Hi Binks. He was already sitting here, but I wasn't ready yet. So he wanted to go back to his bed, but apparently the beep of me starting the recording makes him come out right away. You can find me online everywhere as Kralalien. Here's your purr. Oh, Binks. Oh, Binks. You're so cute. You can find me everywhere online as Kralalien. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Ravelry, whatever. Patreon, Ko-Fi. I'm everywhere as Kralalien. And I have a web shop, colourfulcreativity.nl. Right. Binks, you're throwing me off. Yeah. But you're cute. Yes, you're cute. Welcome everyone. I think this is going to be a short episode because I do have stuff to show you, but not as much as last time. But we'll see. We'll see where this episode goes. First up, I finished these socks for Robert. The Droid socks. They are a pattern by, I just looked it up, Marie-Elyse Dugal, and you can see it in this one better. It is a texture pattern. I'm sorry about the noise. There's a sweeping machine going through the street apparently. I hope you didn't hear too much of that. Yes, Binks, that's my finger. The yarn I used is 4 Seasons Gründl Hot Socks Fashion. That is the solid color. And the other one is Drops Fabel. I knit them on 2.5mm needles, 72 stitches, I think, or something alike, because it has a tiny little cable. I did fudge things a bit with some extra stitches, so the instep would be a bit bigger for Robert. I think the second sock has 2 stitches more than the first sock because the first sock was a bit tight. So I was like, okay, I'll keep those stitches in instead of decreasing them out in the gusset decreases. Yeah. It was a very fun knit and it's just a teeny tiny bit different than plain vanilla, but definitely nice to knit. Potato chip knitting, as it's called apparently. So 1 pair of socks for Robert done. Or third, was it the third pair? I think it was the third pair. You might remember that my goal for May was to knit Robert 5 pairs of shorties. I did manage to knit 4 pairs of socks in May because I also finished the qualifiers for the Super Sock World Championship. These are the Dizzy Streamers by Nikki, Hegge, and the yarn I used is Colourful Soft Sock in Quirky Rainbow, so lots of rainbow speckles, and there is a kind of cable stitch in there. I do have 2. The cable is basically a twist in 5 stitches. It's an interesting thing to do. I do have to weave in my ends. Usually, in my own socks, I still have to weave them in. In Robert's sock, I weave them in right away. That's how I roll. My sock drawer is too full. I can't close it if all the socks are washed. So yeah. I am not in a hurry to weave in ends for me, but Robert needs shorty socks because his shorty socks now has 4 pairs, I think, and they are all in the wash, in the laundry bin. And what's wrong? What do you want? I know what he wants. He wants in there. It's not gonna happen. So yeah, my socks, I don't care about the ends when they get woven in, but Robert socks have to be woven in quickly. I knit these on 2.5mm needles, and I did the largest size of 72 stitches for myself because those cables go in quite a lot. So I was never going to be able to make it for Robert because he needs 72 stitches in stockinette. I think Binks is done. He now needs a nap, so I'm going to put him back in his bed with Laia. We also have Sparrow watch. Let me see. Oh, no, he's coming back. He just did a little Sparrow watch. Very good. I'll try and see if I can film Sparrow watch. I put out bird food, and well, the sparrows are definitely enjoying that. Then, so that was my 4th pair of socks for May. And then I almost finished the 5th pair of socks. This is the 4th pair of socks for Robert, and these are also based on the Rose City Rollers by Marie-Elyse Bryner. These socks, based on the Rose City Rollers by Marie-Elyse Bryner, because you just start knitting, no cuff, it's a rolled cuff, a heel, flap and gusset heel, very simple, and then a long foot for Robert. I just did not finish on the last day of May. I needed a few more days because I was totally socked out and not interested in plain stockinette at that time. I wanted to do squishy garter on the baby blanket. I wasn't gonna make it. I could have if I had knitted all the way until midnight, but I didn't want to. So I went to bed at a regular time, and I was like, okay, this will take me a few days longer. It's fine. Robert has 4 pairs of new socks. So now he can finally start wearing them. Let's see. Those are the finished objects. I have whips. Definitely have whips. Let's start with the baby blanket. The baby blanket is Travel Mode Baby Blanket by Sosu Knits. And you can see it. I find her photos not that attractive. You cannot see the full blanket, and a few people have also said that to me, and they said it because I was showing my blanket, and I just spread it out in full so you can actually see the whole thing. The thing is almost, yeah, it is too big to show you in full on camera, so I will pop in a photo as well. But here you go. And this down here is the first triangle, and then you start adding other sides to it, and I am now 3/4 of the way. I am at the garter ridge in the accent color, and then a few more rows of stockinette, and then I will start the last quarter, so the last triangle. I am not sure where to start, but the pattern will guide me. I am not 100% happy with the pattern, as in it has you pick up some stitches and move your stitches around from left to right needle and such, and it wasn't always fully clear to me. I know people said, oh, the pattern is so clear, thank you so much, and I was like, no, this feels off, and I need to leave 1 stitch on the needle, but I need that many stitches, so why do I have to leave that stitch on the needle? Because that means the stitch count is off, and I feel that this is not exactly centered as well. Might be my mistake, but it tells you to pick up a stitch in the middle, but as you can see, there's no stitch there, so I had to pick up that stitch, but it'll all be fine. It's a baby blanket. I hope it gets used to snot. I am enjoying the modular knitting and the going different ways, etc. Oh, another thing I can show you. Here is the triangle that you do. You start from this side, I think, and you end with 7 stitches on this side. Yes, that sounds weird, I know, but somehow it works. This, however, is the starting triangle. Do you see that ridge in the middle on this one? And on this one, it is backwards. But it is knit completely differently because it is with knit fronts and backs and you increase, whereas on those sides you decrease. It bugs me. Because the other side looks a lot more like this one. Doesn't it? Is it just me? I don't know. I think the third one will be the same as the other two with the ridge in the middle. But maybe it's just too much focus on details and I shouldn't be doing that. The yarn I'm using is Royal by Zeeman. It is a 100% acrylic yarn and it has 240 meters in 100 grams, which makes it about a DK to worsted, I guess. It's nice and squishy. Yes, it sometimes squeaks on the needle, but I don't care. It's gonna be a baby blanket. It needs to be used, it needs to be washed, it needs to be manhandled by the baby. It will be spit upon, and I want mommy not to care and just throw it in the washing machine and be done with it. That's the back side, by the way. And you can see where you pick up stitches. It's very neat. I think it's very neat and tidy. I really like how it looks. So, I'm knitting these on 5mm Haya needle. No, not Haya, Chowgu needles, because those were the only 5mm I had. Or I had empty. The Hayas were not empty. I think I have them in a sweater project, so, well, Chowgus work fine as well. Yeah, not much to say about it. I really enjoy knitting on it. It's something else than a pair of socks, and I will also be happy once this is done, because that means I can focus on my own projects again. I did send the package with the 2 cardigans and the socks and a cute little sheep. I think I showed you sheep last time as well. I'm not sure. But I sent the package to my cousin and she was very, very happy with it. So she loved it all and I really hope it will fit the baby at least for a few weeks. And after that I will knit something new. We'll see. No, not spinning. First, other knitting work in progress. The other work in progress I have been working on is in this Eldenwood Craft scroll bag I got from my lovely friend Angela. And in here I already have 1 sock, because yes, I am knitting more shorty socks for Robert. And I thought in Pride Month and with a Lurid along in my Ravelry group, not my Ravelry, the one I hang out the most. Yeah, there is a Lurid along going and it is in honor of someone who passed away in our group. She passed away in June and she loved Lurid or neons, and yeah, she was also very good in enabling people, so we're all doing something with neons and stuff. And rainbows for Pride Month are all also very good, aren't they? Robert is loving these, and yeah, that makes my heart sing that he loves his rainbows. I'm knitting with black too, as you can see. I hate knitting with black now. I dropped a stitch on the toe last night and I had to put on the flashlight of my phone to find that fucker stitch. Seriously. I am doing a pattern kind of on my own. I cast on 72 stitches. I did a 2x2 rib for 12 rounds on the cuff. Then I did 12 rounds of stockinette in the main color. Then I did another contrast color heel, which is the fish lips kiss heel, stockinette foot for 85 rounds, and then a straight wedge toe, just regular like this. And this is my basic sock recipe for Robert. 85 rounds on the foot for a fish lips kiss heel, and usually around 70 if I do a heel flap and gusset heel. The yarn I'm using, I don't know what this is. I got this in a giveaway or prized by in the group that I'm in on Ravelry. We have monthly prizes to win for finished objects, and I won this together with a mini skein set in neutral brown colors. As you can see, I'm knitting on high sharps, and they are 2.5 millimeters, and I just cast on the second sock. Kinda nothing to see, please move along until the fun starts. The yarn is by Crealien Design, and this is the Self-Striping Rainbow Club from May 2021. My goodness, that long ago. So yeah, it's really lovely. I even took out the ball winder and the Swift to make it into a nice cake. The second sock I will start from the outside, because that way it will be a gray cuff again, and the rainbow will be hidden again if he's wearing shoes, and he needs a little bit neater socks than just hello. Starting with that little bit of purple, pink, and red and orange. Like, yeah, let's not do that. Let's just keep them a little bit neater, and if he takes his shoes off, I'm fine. Then it's not a place that needs socks, does it? So yeah, I really love how the cake looks, and by using most of the darker or the grays for Robert's socks means I will have more rainbows left for my socks, because the leftovers will be socks for myself. So those were my whips on knitwise. I also managed a little bit of spinning. I have managed to finish the singles of this spin, and this is John Arbon Yarnadelic Top Harmonium, a song for A, and it is really nice. It was spinning like butter, and I do have the other one somewhere, but I have my Lazy Kate upstairs, so I have to fetch that to be able to ply it. But I hope that I can manage to do that before the Tour de Fleece starts. It will start, I think, June 29th. At least it starts this month, so I do need to start with finishing up on things. What else? I think that's it. I don't have any acquisitions. I didn't even have time to shop. I don't have any shop news. It's still open. That's just about it. It's still open. Yeah, I guess with that, we're going into the personal stuff. And if you don't want to watch that and you're not interested, totally fine. I will see you again next time. Bye bye. And if you're sticking around, there's of course a trigger warning for cancer and mentions of all that, because we are currently in radiation therapy. Robert already had 2 sessions and today is the last session, but I was like, I'm just gonna record now because now I have time. Now I can't do anything outside. It's raining today. I can't go into the garden. Let's just record a podcast today and keep myself busy because the session is at 3:30 this afternoon. So it's very long wait all day. Sorry about that. We have been in a roller coaster the past weeks again, ups and downs and all around and loopings, etc. Because things were planned, then things changed and things changed even more, and oh god, it was very stressful. And now that it's finally going, we are a bit less stressed, but still anxious about what will happen with side effects, etc. He had to stop his meds and he hopefully gets to start again tomorrow with the other meds. And then he has to be tapered off some meds that prevent fluid in the brain from the swelling of the radiation therapy. So yeah, it's interesting. It's lots of medication again, and yeah, I'm pretty tired. But I thought I'd hop on anyways. I mean, it's real life. What can I do? I could just disappear and not record, or I can just come here and tell you all. And since you're all so nice and leave such lovely comments, I was like, yeah, just gonna do it. Even though it was not much to show, and well, for me, I feel I have nothing to show if I don't have any acquisitions, but it will be like that probably because yeah, there's just less income due to Robert being sick, and I'm trying to sell off lots and lots of things, but that's not going very quick. We're still decluttering the attic, and I found 2 boxes of our childhood books. My god. They're worth nothing, but they have such sentimental value, and you do want some money for it, so it's hard to sell, but okay. I did sell a few books, so that's good. What else do I have? Yeah, we did work in the attic as well. We now have Kallax, those 2x2 Kallax units on the side, and it looks so much neater in the attic. We're still not done, so it's not neat enough to go there and show you yet, but yeah, we're making progress, and we build from one shelf unit we already had the parts of. We build it up again. We only had 3 legs and I needed 4, so one of the legs I just chopped in half. I used the saw for the first time, and that was kind of exciting. So we built up that shelf unit, and now we have a jigsaw puzzle shelf unit. All the jigsaw puzzles are in there. It's just the small things and making the attic more usable. Just to find your stuff again, and yeah, that's really nice. The garden is doing well. Yeah, it is definitely necessary for a rainy day today, but I'd rather have a sunny day, but okay. I will see if I can turn the camera on some of the sparrows. We also have some blue tits and some regular tits, I think. Not sure if they are going to show up. The past few days we couldn't even count how many sparrows we had. I think it was over 15 at once. And it was so busy, and the cats were like ears flat. And the at the window. That usually means there is a pigeon or two, and we try to get them away because they scare away the little ones, and also they shit on my terrace. And it's definitely lots and lots of pigeon shit there, which I don't like because it stains my tiles. I'm just not a fan of pigeons, I'm sorry. Oh, there is a sparrow complaining. Let's see if I can put the camera on that, but before I do that, I will say goodbye and see you next time. Bye bye.